Conversating with a woman is very different to conversating with your male friends. Let me tell you that women don't really have fantastic conversational skills when it comes to discussing logical, pragmatic concepts. Now, that might sound controversial and that's going to piss some people off, but I don't care. And I'll tell you why. Because when I get matches on Bumble, which I've got quite a few matches recently, I've got quite a nice refined profile now. Like a body pic, and then a nice pic of me with like a dog, and then a nice pic of me in a suit, and then like a good angle of my face and all this kind of stuff. And the first picture, you can clearly see my face. It's not like sunglasses and hidden. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. But when I match with girls, and of course on Bumble, they have to reach out to you first. Let me tell you, out of all of the Bumble matches I've ever had and all the women that have ever reached out to me on Bumble, which are in the hundreds now over the past few years, I've only ever had one interesting conversation starter. One out of hundreds of messages from girls. One girl once said something funny, something like, what did that girl say to me? She was like, "Oh, if you were a letter, you would be the fine print." I was like, oh, at least you've given me some chat. Whereas every other girl that's messaged me, so basically, every other girl outside of that one girl has messaged me, "Hi," or "Hey." Is that it? You got nothing else to say? Nothing interesting? Nothing interesting popped into your head? Women don't know how to conversate like this. They don't even know what to say to you. That's why they never walk up to you. They're almost not designed to walk up to you and to have a conversation. Women don't come up to you and be like, "Hey, I really like your style. Like, how you doing tonight?" They're not biologically trained to do this shit. It's just not like, they're like, they're trained, not even trained, they're biologically subjected to being approached and then to bounce off your conversation, right? So don't expect a woman to ever come up with anything interesting to begin the conversation. You are the one that has to drive the conversation, my bro. Because every single chick on Bumble, the same crappy message, not even a funny GIF. It'd be quite cool if a girl actually put a funny GIF. Like, those goofy GIFs, like the one with Forrest Gump going, "Hi," like at least something interesting, at least something a little bit different. "Hi," or something a bit goofy, or something a bit funny, or something a bit interesting, rather than "Hi," or "Hey." Why are you bloody boring idiot? You got nothing else to say. Look at my profile. Say something interesting. Ask me how my day is going. Do something. Entertain me. What the hell? I got all these other girls that I'm speaking to. Why don't you entertain me? Do something to make yourself look different to everyone else. So, brothers, the point of the video is that you have to lead the charge like the man that you are. You have to lead the conversation at all times. Do not open up with a Tinder message, "Hi," or "Hey." Learn from the idiosities and from the stupid girls that have messaged me with nothing interesting to say, which has led to nothing. I had to drive that conversation with most of them, unfortunately. The only reason I spoke to most of them is because they were hot and I just wanted to sleep with them. They were boring and they had nothing interesting to say, so I wouldn't spend more than a night with them after I sleep with them. So, and people can be like, "Oh, it's controversial. Oh, like, why are you speaking like that about girls?" Because it's the truth, bro. The truth is that girls don't have that much chat, especially at the beginning. The chat is completely different. I, as a man, want to talk about investing, my body, the gym, business, getting girls, driving fast cars, having a mad night, some sick tunes, some music. Girls want to talk about completely random shit, like a dress that she wore the other day, some cheese that she ate, some other garbage conversation that I'm not personally interested in. I don't care. If I sit within a group of girls and I have to listen to their conversation and their line of convo, I'm bored within 5 seconds. Boring. What the hell are you girls talking about? Buying your hair color. "Oh, you look so pretty today." You're lying to each other anyway. So off the back of that, I've ranted for 5 minutes. So how should you conversate with a woman? In what direction should it go in? So obviously I've had a lot of boring conversations with women myself in which I made mistakes and I failed because we're supposed to fail in order to become better. And then on the other hand, I've also had very engaging, stimulating conversations with women. Now, let me tell you the engaging conversation, stimulating conversations. So like, what do they entail? Emotions. Emotions. Touch on her emotions. Yesterday, I had a stellar Tinder conversation with this girl, and I was like, boom, boom, boom. I was on fire, and I'm not too sure what it was, but I can try and break it down. She put her Myers-Briggs personality test in, so she's an INFJ. And I said to her, oh, I'm an ENFJ, and it turns out, and I looked up the compatibility on Google, and it turns out there's a chance with us, ... So that sparked her interest to be like, oh, really? What makes you think that? And then we started talking about personality types, and she starts blabbering about some BS. And it was actually quite a good conversation, to be fair, a bit of back and forth about personality types. And then I closed it off at the end by being like, okay, Ioana, good talking to you. I need to get to bed. Why don't you look up the compatibility yourself and find out the reasons why this could work or why this couldn't work. Good night. Whatever. Something a bit different, a bit interesting, leaving it on a bit of a cliffhanger. Women want to talk about emotional things. If you were going to talk crypto or Bitcoin or politics or business or anything logical, like a logical solution to her problems, bored, she gets super bored and she moves on. We are so different. Men and women are so different. Anyone that tries to tell me, well, no, feminism, equality, like, shut up. Bullshit. We're completely different in our nature. Men, we come across as logical, we have to fight and struggle and go through pain, and women really shouldn't go fight and struggle and go through pain. They should have easier lives and they should do the things they want to do, and they're allowed to be emotional and put on beautiful dresses all day long. Whereas we're supposed to work hard in the gym, go to war, make some money, come back, and then give them a little stroke and a pet when we get back home. Like, I hope you're okay, darling. How are you doing? They just want someone that listens to them, someone that hears them out. They don't want someone to give them logical solutions to their problems. Whereas with my boys, I try and give them logical solutions to their problems because I'm a logical guy and I'm like, all right, bro, you need to do this, 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 and this. If you tell your woman you need to do this, 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 and this, she's like, oh my God, it's so overwhelming. Like, just be like, oh, babe, I understand how you're feeling. I understand that it's painful. I understand that what you're going through is difficult. You will get through this. What can I do to help you? Maybe I can make you some nice food. Let's take a hot bath together. Play with her hair a little bit. Oh, your hair is looking lovely. Oh, why don't you, when girls are not feeling good about themselves, they want to go and buy them something nice. Buy her some flowers. Take her to get her nails done. She wants to feel beautiful and pretty. Okay, that's what a woman wants. She just wants to feel beautiful and pretty. She doesn't want to sit and have a logical conversation about Joe Biden and Trump fighting each other and who's going to win the election. She don't give a shit, dude. She doesn't give a shit about the next meme coin that's blow up. She doesn't give a shit about your business idea. She doesn't give a shit about, fast cars. Oh, this car's got a V8 engine and like a V12 and it can go 0 to 60. And she doesn't give a shit, dude. Unless she's a tomboy, unless she's basically a dude. If she's literally a tomboy where she's only interested in dude stuff, then fine. Then you can find those women. I'm not saying all women are exactly the same, but in general, generalizations are made for a reason. Feminine energy is feminine energy. So you got to lead the conversation, you got to lead the charge and discuss emotional topics. Talk about her, talk about her hair, talk about her fashion sense, talk about how she feels. Oh, how did you feel with your last relationship? How did the guy actually treat you? Did he treat you well? What were the things you liked that he did? What were the things that you didn't like? Give her scenarios. What if a guy comes home late? What if your boyfriend comes home late and he hasn't responded to your text message since 2 p.m.? How would you feel and what would you do? Oh, that is perfect. She's going to blabber on for ages. It's stimulating. It's imagination. It gets her thinking about all these different things. Oh, emotional. Oh, I'd be really angry at him if he didn't respond to me. Yeah, build up that emotion. It'd be like, oh, well, that's, and then she'll ask you your opinion, or you'll be like, oh, well, I certainly wouldn't treat a woman like that. That's not something I would do. I believe in open communication. Lovely. Brownie points ticked off. She's going to like that one. So utilize emotions. Talk mainly about emotions. Talk about her, this is not manipulation tactics. This is just like what women like to talk about. This isn't manipulating. This is just realism. This is just the way the world works. Don't fantasize about the way the world works. This is just the way it works. So understand it and utilize it. Robert Greene talks about this all the time. Don't fantasize about how the world should work. Understand how it works. Understand human psychology and emotion and utilize that to your strengths. You're not manipulating someone. You are seducing them in a way. You're understanding how to seduce them and how to attract a woman into your life. So every time I have a dating conversation or conversation with a woman that isn't sort of dry and boring, that touches upon her emotions and that talks about her, and that's just interesting emotionally. Anything that's interesting emotionally, the first line to a woman that you send on Tinder should never be, "Hi, hey." If you can't think of anything to say, then send a funny GIF. Like there's a really cute dog GIF where the dog's like sitting there and it just says hello at the bottom. That's cute, that's funny. Or say something and mention something about her clothes. Be like, "I really like your style. Your third picture shows a lot of elegance," and that's not something that a lot of women portray these days. "How's your day going?" Nice, simple. You don't have to be a genius and come up with genius tactics or come up with the same line every time. You're supposed to have bespoke conversations with people, not the same exact conversation with everyone. Because then you're going to get stuck when she throws something. You'd be like, I don't know, computer doesn't program. What do I say in this instance? So, be engaging, be interesting, be emotional. Be emotional with women, talk about their emotions. Don't talk politics, don't talk money, don't talk this kind of businessy stuff. They really don't give a shit. Don't talk sports. "Oh man, did you see the Dallas Cowboys the other day? That result was crazy." She don't give a shit, bro. She don't give a shit, bro. She cares about her nails, her hair, how she looks, and being beautiful and the attention she gets. Okay? So you don't have to suck up to her, but you can discuss those things with her, discuss the things that she's potentially interested in. And then you talk to your boys. I hang out with my boys all the time. My brothers, my guys, I enjoy those conversations. Girls, it's a different conversation altogether. I can't have the same conversations. Open up, be interesting. The Bumble scenario clearly shows that women just don't have any interesting conversation starters. They're not meant to start conversations. They never walk up to you. Women don't walk up to me and be like, "Hey, how are you?" The only time that ever happens is in America, because American people are open and willing to conversate. In Europe, in Eastern Europe, no woman's going to walk up to you. She's going to look at you and stare at you and hope that you approach her. That's how these things work. That's how body language works. In America, I have had some girls walk up to me and be like, "Hey, how's your day going?" Or, "Hey, like, nice jacket." They'll compliment you. "Hey, you look pretty. Hey, nice t-shirt." And that compliment is a conversation starter. She wants you to have a conversation with her. So Americans are definitely more open for that. So I do much prefer talking to American girls because they're a bit more open and like, interesting. Eastern European girls can be a little bit dry, to be honest. They are a little bit dry. You got to open them up. You got to get their feels out. You've got to like engage them in convo and you're going to approach them. So my brothers, it's a never-ending game. I'm even watching the Mystery Method all over again. I'm learning like about technical game all over again because I'm constantly trying to sharpen my knife, sharpen my sword all the time in order to get better and 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 better. You can never be the perfect solution, right? And I'm interested in it, so I'm always going to try and learn how to sharpen my sword and sharpen my knife when it comes to talking, opening conversations and engaging with women. Sometimes you're just not going to have good conversation with girls. Move on, take the hit, and start another conversation. There's always another pretty woman that you could be speaking to. Okay, so I hope you've learned something from this video. If there's any questions, please leave them in the comments about what type of videos you want me to make in terms of, if you enjoy these dating videos, if you want me to talk more about them, if you want me to talk about more openers, more Tinder openers, what you should say to engage her, what you can say to get her feeling aroused, what you can say to further seduce her, then please drop it in the comments and I can make more videos about this stuff. Because I love this shit, super interesting to me, and I can talk about it all day. All right, my friends, peace out. I'm going to the gym.